Call the meeting to order and ask you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning and welcome to the January 19th County Commission meeting. I'd remind you to silence your cell phones. The meeting documents are on the end of the counter and the white binder. And Robert is in the front in the blue shirt if you need help with a listening device. With that, we'll move on to routine business. Item number 1 is consider a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
The motion is second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 2 is approval of the County Commission meetings of January 12, 2016. Is there a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 2 is bills to be paid in the amount of $494,161.29. Is there a motion?
Pay the bills. Second.
A motion and a second to pay the bills. Are there any comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 4 is reports. Item A is the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Report for December 2015. Item B is Auditor's account for the County Treasurer as of December 2015. And item C is the Register of Deeds Report for fees collected in December of 2015. And those are all on file at the Auditor's office. Item number 5 is personnel action. Item A is consider a motion to approve routine personnel action. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions for Carrie? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those
Aye.
opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item B is authorize the chairman to sign the 2016 agreement between Minnehaha County and Lincoln County for the Human Resources Department.
Good morning, Carrie Deaver from Human Resources. In 2013, we started contracting with Lincoln County for human resource services. What you have before you is the contract for 2016. The rate is what we discussed both with Lincoln County Commissioners and with the Minnehaha County Commission during the budget process. My recommendation is we continue to look at this as we go into our 2017 budget planning process, but for 2016, we have a contracted rate for $58,500.
Okay.
Any questions on the contract?
If there's no questions, I'd look for a motion to approve.
Move for approval. Second.
A motion and a second. Any additional questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Item number 6 is applications for abatement. There are none. Item number 7 is notices and requests. There are none. Item number 8 is planning and zoning notices. There are none. Item number 9 is petition for compromise of lien. There is none. Next, we have opportunity for public comment. If there's anyone who would like to speak about something that is not on the agenda today. And seeing none of that, we will move on to regular business. Item number 10 is a briefing on the 2016 County Commission liaison assignments and consider motion for the County Commission appointment for the following boards and councils. And Carol, I will let you go through those.
Good morning, Commissioners. Annually, you go through and look at the roles and the liaison assignments that each of you will have for the current year. Last week, you received that sheet, and it's gone out to the community, but we did want to go through and talk about those that are appointments and make sure that those are in the minutes. For that, we would have on Metro Communications, serving would be Commissioner Kelly and Commissioner Barth. On the South Dakota Association of County Commissioners Board of Directors, Commissioner Heiberger would be primary and alternate would be Commissioner Barth. The Sioux Empire Housing Partnership would be Commissioner Benninga. And on the Multicultural Center Intergovernmental Board would be Commissioner Bender and Commissioner Benninga. And on CCOG Urbanized Development Commission would be Commissioner Barth, Commissioner Kelly, and Commissioner Bender.
Are there any questions for Carol on those liaison assignments? If
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Barth.
don't we also have a seat on the CCOG? Oh, I see it. Board of Directors, you got it.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm on that. Okay, that doesn't need approval?
No.
Okay.
If there aren't any questions, I would look for a motion to approve, and we can approve all A through E with one motion if you would like, or we can do them separately, whichever way you would like to do them.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Barth.
again, The Multicultural Intergovernmental Board, which only meets twice a year, also needs a second appointment.
We put it on there. It's
Yeah,
Jean and
and-
Commissioner Benega.
Okay, great. Sorry, didn't hear it.
Yep.
Motion to approve items A through E.
For a second?
There is.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 11 is authorize the purchase of 6 2016 Dodge Challengers in the amount of $155,256 from Billion Auto in Sioux Falls from contract number 16866, competitively bid and awarded by the state of South Dakota. Good morning, Kristen. We're seeing you regularly.
Hopefully I'll take a couple weeks break. I'm coming to you to request authorization to purchase the patrol vehicles for 2016. These were budgeted in the 2016 budget. I have been speaking with Billion, and now this is a Chrysler, not a GM, so hopefully we won't have any issues with getting things ordered. But we would like to get 6 Dodge Chargers. The base price is $25,176. We did want to upgrade the spotlight to LED and put in the overhead map light, and so the cost of one sedan is $25,776. I'm sorry, I can't talk. And the total that we would spend would be $154,656.
Do we know how long it will take to, I mean, I read through the specs and it could be a while. Do we have any idea?
It really, really varies. They've been making these all-wheel drive ones now for a few years. This would be our 3rd year of getting them. So the first year we ordered them, it was really late. We ordered them right away in January and didn't get them until like the end of May. I want to say last year we got them a little bit more early to mid-April.
Okay.
So hopefully, but with transitioning out equipment and everything too, it's a long process. It ends up kind of being midsummer by the time we are ready to put them out on fleet.
Is there any other questions for Kristen about that? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the purchase of some Dodge Challengers for the Sheriff's Department. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Item number 12 is authorize the chairman to sign the reception center and evening report agreements between Minnehaha County and the Volunteers of America. Carol Muller.
Good morning, Commissioners, again. Yes, presented in front of you is our contracts for 2 months for us to continue doing the reception center and the evening report center for, with the Volunteers of America. We have been doing that for a long period of time. We know that they're making some changes in locations and programming, and at that particular point, we have 2 months that we can still continue to work with them. So we would ask for approval of this contract for 2 months. Prices all stay the same.
Any questions on that?
What's going to be the status of 908?
The status of it, they will be vacating April 15th.
Okay, so we'll have a vacant building for rent. Is that,
We'll have a vacant building, and we'll be discussing that at the building committee
okay?
as to what we do. There obviously will be options.
Is there a motion?
So move. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 14 is an update and status report of the 91st legislative session on bills that impact Minnehaha County. Robert Wilson.
We also have an item 13 for consideration
it? Sorry.
before we get to that.
Oh, I did. Let's do item 13 first. I'm sorry. Authorize the chairman to sign the 2016 IVC housing contract between Minnehaha County and Carroll Institute. Robert Wilson.
Commissioners, Robert Wilson of the Commission Office. And this goes back to an agreement between the county and Carroll Institute that was first initiated back in 2012 to provide housing and low-intensity, short-term residential and pretreatment programs for individuals who have been court-ordered into treatment programs, but placement in other long-term programs is not yet ready. It's the short-term housing before they're able to move into the long-term, more intense treatment programs. We are bringing this contract forward for your consideration. This is in large part very similar to what the contract has looked like in the present. In the past, I will tell you that the 2016 service agreement that we're looking for would serve half the number of individuals, 4 compared to 8, and cost half the amount of money, $111,330 for 2016 as opposed to $222,660 paid in 2015. Again, the contract is a one-year contract, January 1 to December 31, and all other provisions of the contract stay the same. Transportation would be the responsibility of the sheriff's office at the time and convenience of the sheriff's office to make those transportation arrangements. Would stand by for any questions.
Okay. Any questions for Robert on this? Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the 2016 IBC housing contract. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes
Sure.
unanimously.
I'd just like to make a
Commissioner Barth.
comment about the Carroll Institute. I was at a presentation recently at the Homeless Advisory Board where they outlined some of the changes they've made to their facilities, and they have built a large housing unit that can take, I think, 40 people. You know, as we look at incarcerating our people in our community, we've talked about sending people to alternatives. And, you know, the Carroll Institute is that kind of a place, but they don't have the capacity to take 20 people a week or whatever our current input would be. But it's the kind of thing that, you know, we need more of, I think, in our community.
Thank you. Any other comments? All right, with that, we'll go on to item number 14, which is the update and status report of the 91st legislative session.
Robert Wilson again with the Commission Office, coming before you to update you on a number of bills with impacts or potential impacts to counties that are being discussed at the legislature. The list of bills that I've provided to you this week is largely the same as what you've seen before. I believe the list of bills is exactly what we had presented to you last week, as some of the additional bills are a little slow in coming. But we are at the point where some of these bills that direct us are calendared now. We've got three bills that came out of the legislative summer study looking at county government are on the calendar for today. These are largely a number of cleanup bills, looking at statutes and dealing with cleanup language, with the exception of one that is before the House Local Government Committee today, House Bill 1005, an act to revise and repeal certain fees that are established to compensate counties for services provided by county officials. And this is the one that would have a financial impact. This really updates a number of the fees that are charged, that are set in statute, that can be charged by both the Treasurer's Office and the Sheriff's Office for processing titles, serving warrants, a number of the things that these offices have to do statutorily. It was brought up in the summer committee hearings this summer that some of these fees go back 50, 60, perhaps even 70 years at the same rates, and it was really felt that these needed to be updated to at least attempt to reflect the actual cost to the office to provide the service. So this one is, again, in House Local Government today. We've got a couple more that are have committee hearings tomorrow, and I know at least a couple of you are heading up to testify and be part of those hearings, dealing with authorize counties to impose sales and use taxes, and then also to revise the distribution of revenue from the Alcoholic Beverage Fund. Those two hearings are tomorrow. The fee bill is today, as well as a couple of really what are legislative language cleanup, statute cleanup bills. So we're starting to move, and I would be available for any questions.
Is there anything for Robert this morning? Probably have a lot more excitement after next week, after this week and next week's meeting, so. All right, number 15 is Minnehaha County Liaison Reports. Are there any reports? Item number 16 is new business. Is there any new business? Item number 17 is old business. And seeing none, I would ask for a motion to adjourn into executive session for personnel and contracts.
That's my motion.
A motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. We are adjourned.
When I made my motion, it was 9:14. Now it's 9:15.